Hey guys, I'm back to the channel. Welcome to another video. It's that time of the week again. It's Premier League predictions time. A much reduced fixture list this weekend due to obviously 4 Premier League teams being involved at Wembley in the FA Cup semi-final to be taking place this weekend. But we still got plenty of football for us to sink our teeth into and to feast our eyes upon from England's top tier division. Maybe, just maybe, the Premier League title will be decided this weekend. All Liverpool need is a point. Ipswich will be confirmed as relegated if they don't win their game. And the race for European football, Champions League, Europa League and the like is definitely on this weekend. We're going to get into all the games, but first and foremost, let me remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you are new. Both things will always and would be greatly appreciated. Get involved in the comment section as well. Let me know your thoughts, your comments, opinions, but most of all, of course, your predictions on how I think each and every single game will go this upcoming weekend. And without further ado, we're going to get onto the games. We're going to start with Chelsea taking on Everton. And I've gone 1-1. Of course, this is a massive game for Chelsea. The race for Europe and Champions League is definitely on. They picked up a massive, massive win last weekend, overcoming a 1-0 deficit very late on to win 2-1. Big win for Chelsea there, and this could be a big statement to lay down to the rest of the chasing pack of Champions League contenders, or Champions League football contenders, and basically trying to take a stranglehold of what is becoming a very intriguing race to watch. Standing in their way in this game, though, is David Moyes' Everton. Now, there's nothing on the line for David Moyes' Everton here. There is no jeopardy. They're not obviously going to be relegated. There is nothing that they are really pushing for in terms of anything other than points and maybe 1 or 2 places higher up at the top of the table. Further up the table, should I say. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Everton play out this one. They're still a thorn in the side of many big teams. We know that they have the tools to thwart Chelsea in terms of obviously playing a bit of a low block, stinging them on the counter-attack. It is very possible that David Moyes' side walks away with something in this game, and that's why I've gone 1-1. Yes, Chelsea could nick it. Yes, their star players and individual talent could obviously rise to the occasion on this, and they will definitely need them to if they are to obviously take a stranglehold of this Champions League run that they are currently on right now. But it's never a foregone conclusion, especially not with Chelsea. And it's going to be very interesting to see how this one plays out. So I'm going 1-1 in this game, but if I had to lean more one way or the other, I'm going with the team that's got more of the incentive to go and play football and to go and win. Next up, Amex Stadium awaits the arrival of West Ham United as Brighton play host to Graham Potter's side. I've gone 2-1 to Brighton. Again, it's not all out the realms of possibility for Brighton to get some form of European football this season. And obviously, depending on how certain other things go in the league, it could always fall in their favour that they may get something like Europa League or Europa Conference League. So, Brighton have the incentive here. West Ham are not going to be relegated. West Ham know that a point is going to basically confirm their safety, I believe. Let me just double check this because I should have done this earlier. But yeah, I believe it is a point needed to confirm their Premier League safety and to also confirm the relegation status of Ipswich. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If West Ham pick up a point here, they confirm official or make official their Premier League status for next season. If they are also to pick up a point in this game, they also confirm Ipswich's status as being relegated. It's seemingly inevitable anyway, but could be done here and now. But in saying that, I think that Brighton, with more of the incentive, I think with Brighton, with the better players, the better squad, I think they get the job done, and I'm going 2-1 to the Seagulls. It could be more, in all honesty, but either way, the Seagulls win. The Seagulls win in this one. Next up, Speaking of Ipswich, they travel away to St James's Park to take on Newcastle, and I've gone 3-0 to Newcastle. Now, it's not for the ones that are trying for Ipswich. They've given it a really good go this season. It's just ultimately their quality and individual quality is just not up to Premier League standard, unfortunately. But you can't fault they haven't given it a good go. But this weekend marks their final nail in the coffin as they go up against Eddie Howe's Eddie Howe's Newcastle, who I think will be back in the dugout this weekend after obviously recovering from being in hospital. So it will be a very good occasion for Newcastle to obviously welcome back their manager after an absence of a few weeks. And they'll obviously want to redeem themselves as well. It was quite a humiliating defeat that they suffered last time out to Aston Villa, of course. They'll want to redeem themselves for that. They've still got Champions League football to play for as well for next season. So the incentive is there for Newcastle. And I think they will put Ipswich to the sword in this one, unfortunately, for the away side. It's been a tough and valiant effort, but it's one that I see Eddie Howe's side coming out on top of. Next up, already relegated Southampton take on Fulham, and I've gone 2-0 to Fulham. Again, it's not in the realms of possibility for Fulham to qualify for some form of European football for next season if they play their cards right, and this is a very favourable game for them to get that done. Of course, they collapsed last week against Chelsea. They'll be hoping for nothing more, for nothing of the same this week. Big game this one for Marco Silva's side. It could be a very good 3 points for them. It should be a very good 3 points for them. As for Southampton, they've equalled now Derby County's Premier League lowest points accumulated total in the history of England's top flight division. So they'll just obviously want to try and one better that, I would imagine. Whether they'll get it done here or not, though, I don't know. I don't think so. I'm sticking with my prediction of Fulham. I'm going with Fulham to win by 2-0. Next up, Molineux awaits a Midlands clash as Wolves take on already relegated Leicester. I've gone 2-1 to Wolves. Dead rubber game this one. Wolves are safe. Leicester have been confirmed as being relegated last week. It's about playing for pride. It's about playing for points. And I think Wolves are just in the better form, better contention to obviously make that happen. I'm going with Wolves to win. They picked up a very good win last weekend against Manchester United, of course. I think they'll just want to try and push up the table as far as they possibly can. And as for Leicester, like I say, about playing for pride. They're done and dusted. They're back down to the Championship for next season. It's over as far as what the Foxes are concerned. It's all about giving them a little bit of something to maybe get excited for next season, I guess. Penultimate game on this list is coming from the Vitality Stadium where Bournemouth take on Manchester United, and I've gone 2-1 to Bournemouth. Again, it's all about playing for pride for Man United. They can't really challenge for anything, but they can't lose anything either. And as for Bournemouth, again, there could be something there in terms of European football for next season, so it's always worth getting a few points on the board to help and aid that particular goal. I think for United, it's all about the Europa League basket, so it's going to be interesting to see how Ruben Amorim rotates. It's going to be interesting to see how the rotation side of things goes as far as what Man United are concerned. Are people understanding this? Do people care about this result from a United fan's perspective? I want to know. Do people want to see just a large rotation on the side and just see what kind of gems they have maybe in the academy, or just keep things fresh in the legs and the momentum of the players? Do people care? If United were to lose this game, is there going to be outrage? I'd be seriously surprised if there was, and I think that United fans won't be seeing the bigger picture if they were, because it's a massive Europa League game coming up on Thursday. So I would imagine that they're going to be taking it very importantly, and very what's the word I'm looking for? Crucially, maybe in terms of their season. Crucially wasn't the word I was going for, but I'll go with it. Yeah, I've gone with Bournemouth. I think they have more of the incentive to win, and I think obviously the rotation in the Man United side could obviously tip the scales more so in Bournemouth's favour. Obviously, the individual talent of Man United could shine through. Maybe if Bournemouth have an off day. I know that they've been stuttering a little bit in recent weeks, but even so, Bournemouth to win is what I am going for in this game. And finally, in what I believe to be the biggest game of this round of fixtures, the main event of this Premier League weekend, of course, could see the official confirmation of Liverpool being Premier League champions. All that stand in their way is a Tottenham Hotspur side who clearly have their eggs all in the Europa League basket. But that's not to say that this is a foregone conclusion. Of course, we have seen stranger things happen, and it would be absolutely hilarious if in a situation and scenario where Liverpool just need 1 point, a draw, 1 point to secure themselves as Premier League champions, the Reds go on and drag this out for another week longer than it really needed to. Having said that, I'm going for 3-1 to Liverpool. I think it's going to be a party atmosphere at Anfield, or at least I'm hoping so. I'm hoping the crowd's going to be loud. I'm hoping the crowd is going to be up for this one and enjoying this one. And we're coming up against a Tottenham side who I think, assuming that they don't magically change their approach, will actually play into Liverpool's hands. I think they'll leave a lot of space in behind for the likes of Luis Diaz and Mo Salah to exploit in particular. And hopefully Mo Salah can get a few goals, or at least a few goal contributions maybe, to aid his way towards breaking the record of the likes of Thierry Henry and Kevin De Bruyne for goals and assists in a Premier League season. So fingers crossed that Mo Salah gets on the score sheet. Fingers crossed that he gets a couple of assists under his belt as well, because that is really what I'm hoping now for the rest of the season, that Salah can break as many records as possible. And I think he's got a very good opportunity against this Tottenham side that are going to advance on Liverpool, and they're going to obviously push forward, play their way. It's just who we are, mate, that kind of thing. And I think they'll play into Liverpool's hands. Of course, there could be a possibility that they change the way that they play. Of course, again, there's Europa League on the horizon for Spurs, which I've already said they may be putting all their eggs in that basket in, because there's no jeopardy in the league anymore for Spurs. They can't fall, they can fall to 17th, but if you take a trophy as well, is that necessarily a completely bad thing? Maybe not. It's embarrassing, yes, to fall 17th in the way that they have done, but at the same time, they probably are on the verge of maybe securing a trophy, which could be massive for Spurs. Don't know if that will completely quieten down the Ange Postecoglou outers, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how that develops as the season progresses. But as far as what I'm concerned here, Liverpool should be winning this game. Liverpool should be wrapping up the Premier League season, and hopefully they do it in style. Of course, I give Spurs a goal because Liverpool concede stupid goals. And with Spurs and the amount that they attack, they're of course going to score something. So I'm hoping that Liverpool get the job done. If it's anything like the 6-3 that happened earlier on in the campaign, we could be in for a bit of a treat. Liverpool to win, Mo Salah to get on the score sheet, and to also assist at least once is what I'm going for here. So, yeah. Liverpool to win the title, ladies and gentlemen. Make it official. Done, dusted, official, signed, sealed, and to be delivered on the final day of the season. And there you have it. Those are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of the games that are coming up this weekend in another round of exciting and intriguing Premier League encounters? Let me know what you guys are thinking and feeling about all of the games to come in the Premier League this weekend, and give your predictions down below in the comment section. Can't wait to read them all. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way out if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you are new or want to see more content like this. Both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch. This has been another Premier League predictions video. Thank you all once again for your continued or brand new support to the channel. It really does mean a lot to me. And I will see and speak with you all again soon in another video or live stream or whatever it may be. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Speak to you all again very, very soon.